Have you ever found yourself feeling frustrated, confused, or even ashamed when intimacy doesn't go as planned, especially as we get older? It's a deeply personal experience, one that many of us hesitate to discuss openly, yet it's something that affects nearly half of men over the age of 50. But here's the truth. This is a natural part of aging, and it's not a reflection of your worth, your masculinity, or your ability to love. In today's video, I'll be diving into a subject that many shy away from: the intimate challenges we face as we age, and more importantly, how to navigate them with compassion, understanding, and confidence. If you're over 50, or even if you're approaching this stage of life, stay with me until the end. You'll discover not just the root causes behind intimacy struggles, but also effective, holistic solutions, physical, emotional, and mental, that can help you not only reclaim your confidence but deepen your relationships in the process. As we age, it's normal for the body to change, and sometimes those changes can create confusion or frustration, particularly in intimate moments. But it's essential to remember that these experiences aren't failures. They're simply part of the journey of life. In this video, we'll explore how emotional factors like stress and worry can impact your intimacy, and why learning to let go of performance pressures can actually help reignite your natural sexual response. We'll also discuss simple techniques, like conscious breathing and redirecting focus, that can help you shift your mindset and find greater satisfaction in your intimate relationships. But this video is about so much more than just physical solutions. It's about embracing intimacy in all its forms, understanding that true connection goes beyond performance and touches the soul. If you're looking to foster deeper emotional bonds, rediscover your sexual confidence, and learn how to approach intimacy with renewed respect and patience for yourself, then stick with me. This journey is not about perfection. It's about embracing your evolving self with compassion and understanding, and finding more meaningful ways to connect with your partner. So let's dive in. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, I encourage you to click the subscribe button and ring the notification bell to stay updated on all our latest content. I'm eager to hear your thoughts on today's topic. If you enjoy the content, please comment 1 below. If it doesn't resonate with you, leave a 0. Your feedback is crucial as it helps me create better videos that align with your interests. Now, let's get started. This is a deeply personal and often overlooked subject, one that carries great significance for all of us, especially for those of us who are over the age of 50. It's a topic that, for many reasons, is seldom discussed openly, but its importance cannot be overstated. For those of you who are just beginning to navigate this stage of life, I encourage you to stay with me until the end, for we will not only explore the potential causes of these intimate challenges but also delve into the most compassionate, respectful, and holistic solutions, both physical and emotional, that can help restore and enhance the experience of intimacy. The human body, as miraculous as it is, also possesses its vulnerabilities. No matter how strong or resilient we might feel emotionally, there are times when, despite the deepest emotional connections with our partners, the body simply does not respond in the way we expect or desire. It's in these moments that we often feel confusion, frustration, and even a profound sense of loss. However, it's critical to understand that these moments should never be seen as a personal failure or a sign that desire has faded. The truth is far more complex and compassionate than that. There are countless physical, psychological, and emotional factors that influence a man's sexual response. These are not only tied to the body but are deeply entwined with our mental and emotional well-being. Before we dive into the specifics of these factors, let's take a moment to reflect. What happens in our minds when we experience a loss of rigidity during intimate moments? How do we feel? And more importantly, how do we react to what seems like a disruption in our own ability to connect intimately? The immediate and most common reaction is often frustration, disconnection, and sometimes even shame. These emotions arise not just from the physical reaction of the body, but from the fear that something is wrong with us. But here's where I want to pause and offer a gentle but vital reminder. Sexuality, in its most profound and meaningful form, is not about achieving a specific outcome or goal. It's about creating an intimate connection, a shared moment of vulnerability, trust, and closeness. When the body doesn't respond as expected, especially when it comes to issues like erectile dysfunction. Many men's first thought is often that something has gone terribly wrong with them, that somehow they've failed in their ability to be a lover, a partner, or a man. Yet, the truth is that this experience is incredibly common, particularly as we age. In fact, research has shown that nearly half of men over the age of 50 have encountered some degree of erectile dysfunction at some point in their lives. This is not necessarily a sign of a serious medical issue, but rather a natural part of aging that is influenced by numerous factors: stress, fatigue, lifestyle changes, even a shift in the environment. It's vital to understand that these changes are not failures. They are simply part of the ebb and flow of our human experience, a reminder that intimacy is not confined to a single moment or expectation, but is a fluid and evolving journey. In embracing this, we open the door to a deeper, more meaningful form of connection, one that values emotional closeness, trust, and mutual understanding above all else. One of the most insidious, yet common, factors behind intimacy struggles is stress. It's a silent, often unnoticed force that can deeply affect our sexual well-being and our ability to connect with our partners. Without even realizing it, we often bring our daily worries into the bedroom, whether it's stress from work, anxiety over finances, or the weight of unresolved family issues. These invisible burdens, accumulated over time, can cloud our minds and create a barrier between our emotional and physical selves. When we are caught in the cycle of stress, we might be physically present in the moment, but our minds are elsewhere, preoccupied with concerns and worries that prevent us from fully relaxing. While our hearts and minds might yearn for connection and pleasure, our bodies often struggle to follow suit, trapped in the grip of this unseen tension. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment number 1 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. This is where the key to a more fulfilling and deeply connected intimate experience lies. Shifting our focus from the pressures of performance to the broader, more encompassing experience of emotional and physical connection. The truth is that intimacy is not solely about achieving a specific physical outcome, such as the rigidity of the penis, or meeting some arbitrary standard of sexual performance. It is about the shared moments, the deep emotional bonds, the closeness, the laughter, the tenderness, that define a truly fulfilling relationship. The beauty of intimacy lies in its ability to transcend the physical and touch the soul, making connection the ultimate goal. In fact, research has shown that when we free ourselves from the pressure to perform and let go of unrealistic expectations, our bodies are more likely to regain their natural sexual response. It's a paradox. When we stop striving to meet a particular expectation, our bodies often relax enough to do what they are meant to do. Intimacy becomes less about achieving a result and more about creating a space for mutual connection, something that transcends physicality and touches on a deeper emotional and psychological level. So, when the body does not respond as expected, it is crucial to stay calm and remember that this is a common experience, especially as we age. The first instinct is often to panic or feel frustrated, embarrassed, or even ashamed. These emotions, while entirely natural, can create additional stress and make it even harder for the body to respond. But here's where a subtle shift in perspective can make all the difference. Instead of focusing on what's wrong or what's not happening, try to view the moment as an opportunity for deeper connection. This is not a failure. This is simply a chance to experience intimacy in a different, perhaps even more meaningful way. Rather than focusing solely on the physical act, consider the emotional and sensory experiences that intimacy can offer. Redirect your energy towards shared pleasure and connection. The beauty of intimacy is that it's not limited to any one physical expression. There are countless other ways to connect deeply with your partner, ways that can be just as fulfilling, if not more so, than the traditional acts of intimacy we might associate with sexual success. If you find yourself in a moment where your body isn't responding as expected, here are some simple yet effective techniques that can help you regain a sense of calm, and in many cases, reactivate your body's natural sexual response. One of the first techniques to try is the conscious pause technique. If you notice that your erection is diminishing, instead of panicking or rushing to fix the situation, simply stop. Take a break and give yourself the time to breathe. Slow, Deep breaths can work wonders in reducing the tension and anxiety that often accompany these moments. Inhale slowly, filling your lungs with air, hold it for a few seconds, and then exhale gently. This simple act helps activate your body's parasympathetic nervous system, which is responsible for relaxation and calm. When you pause to breathe, you allow your body to reset, and your mind to recalibrate. It's a powerful way to break free from the cycle of stress and return to the present moment with a sense of ease. Another technique, which is often overlooked, involves changing the rhythm of the encounter altogether. The intimate act does not have to follow any set script. There is no one right way to connect. If you notice that your body is not responding in the way you hoped, rather than trying to push through the situation, consider slowing things down. Shift your attention to other forms of connection, tender caresses, lingering kisses, or simply holding each other. Skin-to-skin contact has a profound ability to maintain the warmth of the moment and sustain the emotional intimacy between partners. These non-sexual touches can create an atmosphere of closeness and affection without putting pressure on the body to perform. In fact, many couples find that when they release the mental pressure to perform, the body often responds naturally and without force. At this moment, it's essential to remember that intimacy is far more than just physical performance. It is a complete, multifaceted experience, one that includes emotional closeness, trust, and deep connection. Another powerful technique to consider is prolonged contact. Instead of abruptly stopping the encounter because of a physical change, continue to maintain intimate contact with your partner. However, this contact should be free of any specific expectation of penetration. Sometimes, simply holding each other, hugging, or gazing into each other's eyes can evoke a deep sense of connection that encourages the body to respond once again. This kind of prolonged intimate connection without pressure has been shown in research to be one of the most effective ways to restore sexual function. It is a reminder that intimacy is not about performing, but about sharing space, energy, and affection in a way that deepens the bond. It's also important to approach these situations with a sense of compassion toward yourself. Aging brings its own set of physical changes, and experiencing a loss of rigidity during intimacy does not signal the end of your ability to experience sexual fulfillment. On the contrary, it presents an opportunity to discover new forms of connection that are more focused on emotional closeness, shared vulnerability, and mutual pleasure. These moments can be incredibly bonding, even if they are not marked by traditional success. And in these instances, it is often the depth of emotional intimacy, the comfort, the trust, the warmth, that allows both partners to feel more connected than ever before. By focusing on these techniques, we can regain control over our intimate experiences, not as a performance but as a shared journey of connection, trust, and respect. These moments of vulnerability, when met with understanding, can lead to profound closeness and a renewed sense of physical and emotional intimacy. The key is to approach these moments with a mindset of patience, openness, and compassion, for yourself, for your partner, and for the beautiful complexities of intimacy that grow richer and more meaningful as we age. Another highly effective method to overcome these challenges is to shift the focus of pleasure. If you notice that the penis is losing rigidity, don't become fixated on this single aspect. Instead, explore the other erogenous zones of your body or your partner's body. Remember, intimacy is not confined to one specific area or act. It's a multifaceted experience that involves every part of you, both physically and emotionally. So, instead of viewing this moment as an obstacle or failure, turn it into an opportunity to explore new dimensions of pleasure that you may not have considered before. There is so much more to intimacy than the performance of the body. By redirecting your energy towards other forms of connection, such as kissing, touching, caressing, or even simply enjoying each other's presence, you can rediscover a deep sense of shared intimacy that doesn't depend on rigidity. Many times, when the body feels freed from the pressure to perform, the erection returns naturally, as if by its own accord. This shift in focus allows the experience to evolve into something more relaxed, intimate, and fulfilling. It opens up the possibility of emotional and physical pleasure that is not tied to a specific expectation, but rather to the joy of shared connection. The body and mind, when allowed to release the tension and anxiety that often accompanies sexual encounters, can respond more naturally and spontaneously, enhancing the intimacy between you and your partner. While the mind plays a pivotal role in these intimate experiences, we must also acknowledge the physical factors at play. As I mentioned earlier, circulation problems can sometimes be an underlying cause of erectile issues. Men who suffer from hypertension, diabetes, or high cholesterol may notice that their erections are not as consistent or reliable as they once were. If this is the case, I want to emphasize the importance of seeking medical advice without shame. Health conditions that affect circulation can have a direct impact on sexual health, and it's important to address them with the help of a healthcare provider. Fortunately, there are often manageable solutions to these issues. Small lifestyle changes, such as improving your diet, exercising regularly, reducing stress, or even adjusting certain medications, can have a profound effect on your sexual health and overall well-being. So, please, don't hesitate to consult your doctor. Your health is too important to ignore, and getting the right support can bring about a significant improvement in your quality of life. In my years of experience, I've witnessed firsthand how sexuality changes as we age. But there is one thing that consistently stands out and continues to surprise me: how the emotional connection becomes even more crucial over time. The physical aspects of sex may evolve, and the rigidity that once defined intimacy may fade. But what remains constant, and what becomes even more powerful, is the emotional bond you share with your partner. This connection, built on years of trust, understanding, and love, becomes the true essence of intimacy. It's not about achieving a certain physical result. It's about the deep, unspoken connection that transcends the body and touches the heart and soul. As we age, we often come to realize that true intimacy isn't defined by the performance of the body, but by the quality of the connection with the person we're sharing it with. Rigidity may fade, but the emotional intimacy, the tenderness, the moments of deep understanding, those are what define true connection. These are the moments that make the experience truly special, and they only grow richer with time. The ability to communicate openly, to explore new dimensions of intimacy together, and to embrace each other with understanding and acceptance. This is what sustains and deepens our relationships as we age. In many ways, emotional connection becomes the most intimate and rewarding part of a sexual relationship, one that continues to evolve and deepen, bringing more fulfillment and joy with each passing year. So, what have you learned so far? We've explored how intimacy can evolve as we age, and how it's not about chasing a perfect physical outcome, but about embracing the emotional connection that truly deepens our relationships. We've also touched on the importance of releasing performance pressure and adopting a more compassionate, patient approach to our bodies and minds. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What's one thing you've learned today that you'll start practicing in your own life? Whether it's shifting your mindset around intimacy, trying out some of the techniques we discussed, or simply embracing the idea that connection goes beyond physicality, your thoughts are valuable. Please share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it with someone who could benefit, and make sure to subscribe to our channel so you never miss out on more insights like these. Your support helps us continue to create meaningful content to support you on this journey. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.